Welcome, anime fans. Today, your mission is simple. Can you recognize 30 different anime from just one clue? The rules are easy. I'll give you a clue. You'll have 5 seconds to think. Then I'll reveal the answer along with a fun fact. The first 10 questions are easy. The next 10 become much harder. And the final 10 are for true anime veterans. Keep track of your score because we'll rank you at the end. Ready? Let's begin. Question 1. A cheerful young boy leaves his peaceful island in search of the father who chose adventure over raising him. Answer: Hunter x Hunter. Fun fact, the manga's creator, Yoshihiro Togashi, also created Yu Yu Hakusho, another legendary shonen series. Question 2. An energetic orphan refuses to let years of loneliness stop him from chasing the highest position in his village. Answer: Naruto. Fun fact, Naruto's favorite food is miso ramen from Ichiraku, one of anime's most iconic restaurants. Question 3. A fearless young dreamer gathers an unlikely crew to search for the greatest treasure ever left behind. Answer: One Piece. Fun fact, the series has over 1,000 episodes and is still one of the best-selling manga in history. Question 4. Humanity has spent generations hiding behind enormous walls, believing the outside world belongs to monsters. Answer: Attack on Titan. Fun fact, the author originally planned a much darker ending before changing several ideas during serialization. Question 5. A brilliant high school student believes the world can only become peaceful if criminals disappear forever. Answer: Death Note. Fun fact, the famous detective L loves sweets because he claims sugar helps fuel his incredible brain. Question 6. After a terrible mistake in childhood, 2 brothers dedicate their lives to fixing what they lost. Answer: Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood. Fun fact, many fans consider Brotherhood one of the greatest anime adaptations ever made because it faithfully follows the manga. Question 7. A kind-hearted teenager joins a dangerous organization after tragedy strikes his family during a snowy night. Answer: Demon Slayer. Fun fact, the breathtaking sword techniques are artistic visualizations in the story. The water and flames aren't literally created. Question 8. A teenager's ordinary life changes forever after protecting his family from a supernatural attack. Answer: Bleach. Fun fact, the series returned after nearly 10 years with the 1,000-Year Blood War adaptation. Question 9. An incredibly powerful boy who grew up far from civilization eventually protects not just Earth, but entire universes. Answer: Dragon Ball. Fun fact, Goku was inspired by Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, from the classic Chinese novel Journey to the West. Question 10. A little girl with extraordinary abilities accidentally becomes the daughter of 2 people living completely different secret lives. Answer: Spy X Family. Fun fact, Anya's famous phrase, "Waku Waku," became one of the most recognizable catchphrases in modern anime. Congratulations! You've survived the easy round, but don't celebrate just yet. The next 10 questions won't be nearly as forgiving. From this point on, the clues become much more subtle. Only true anime fans will recognize them before the timer runs out. So, how many did you get right out of 10? Let everyone know in the comments. And if you're enjoying the challenge, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Echo AI Studios, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next anime quiz.
tribute song or documentary. Take a deep breath, because level 2 starts right now.
Question 11. A brilliant student decides that rebuilding civilization from scratch is the only way humanity can move forward after a mysterious event changes the entire world. Answer: Dr. Stone. Fun fact: many of the scientific inventions shown in the series are based on real science and can actually be recreated. Question 12. A quiet elf continues a journey long after her former companions are gone, slowly realizing the true value of the time she once took for granted. Answer: Friern. Beyond Journey's End! Fun fact: the story begins after the heroes have already defeated the Demon King, a rare twist for a fantasy anime. Question 13. A young man gains the ability to command anyone with a single order, but chooses to wage war using strategy more than brute force. Answer: Code Geass! Fun fact: Lelouch is one of the few anime protagonists who wins many battles without being the strongest fighter. Question 14. After surviving countless impossible deaths, one young man discovers that every painful failure is another chance to protect the people he loves. Answer: Re-Zero! Starting life in another world! Fun fact: Subaru isn't physically overpowered. His greatest strength is refusing to give up despite repeated suffering. Question 15. A peaceful former warrior sets out on a journey where revenge is no longer his goal, even after losing almost everything. Answer: Vinland Saga. Fun fact: the story is inspired by the real Viking explorer Thorfinn Karlsefni. Question 16. A shadowy mastermind builds an organization that exists mostly in the imagination, until it unexpectedly becomes real. Answer: The Eminence in Shadow! Fun fact: Sid often believes he's just role-playing while everyone else thinks he's a legendary genius. Question 17. One ordinary-looking middle school student tries to keep his overwhelming psychic abilities under control while simply wanting a normal life. Answer: Mob Psycho 100! Fun fact: the creator of Mob Psycho 100 is also the creator of One Punch Man. Question 18. A teacher with an unusual appearance has only 1 year left to live, but first, he decides to help his students become better people. Answer: Assassination Classroom! Fun fact: despite its strange premise, the series is remembered as one of anime's most emotional school stories. Question 19. A talented athlete discovers that true greatness comes not from playing alone, but from trusting teammates with completely different strengths. Answer: Haikyuu! Fun fact: Haikyuu inspired thousands of fans around the world to start playing volleyball. Question 20. A doctor makes one compassionate decision that changes countless lives, forcing him to spend years chasing the consequences of his own kindness. Answer: Monster! Fun fact: unlike most famous anime, Monster has almost no supernatural powers. Its greatest weapon is psychological suspense. Wow, if you've made it this far, you're doing really well. So before we continue, how many out of 20 have you guessed correctly? Drop your score in the comments. I want to see who's dominating this quiz. And if you're enjoying yourself, this is the perfect time to hit that like button, subscribe to Echo AI Studios, and turn on notifications. Welcome to the final level. These last 10 questions are for true anime veterans. No obvious clues. No easy giveaways. Let's see how far your anime knowledge really goes. Question 21. A young man's greatest weapon isn't his strength. It's his ability to convince others to believe in themselves. Answer: Tenjin Toppa Gurren Lagann. Fun fact, the iconic phrase, "But believe in the me that believes in you," became one of anime's most inspirational quotes. Question 22. The world's strongest hero is completely bored because every fight ends with a single punch. Answer: One Punch Man. Fun fact, Saitama's simple design was intentional. The joke is that the least impressive looking character is the strongest. Question 23. A shy boy dreams of becoming the world's greatest hero despite being born without the gift that almost everyone else possesses. Answer: My Hero Academia! Fun fact, the series creator is a huge fan of American superhero comics, especially Marvel. Question 24. A lonely teenager discovers that the creatures threatening humanity were once ordinary people. Answer: Parasite. The Maxim. Fun fact, the manga began serialization in the late 1980s, decades before the anime adaptation. Question 25. A soccer project believes the world's best striker must be the most selfish player on the field. Answer: Blue Lock. Fun fact, after the anime aired, many fans joked that even professional football needed an egoist striker. Question 26. A teenager's first day at a new school ends with him becoming responsible for protecting people from creatures they can't normally see. Answer: Jujutsu Kaisen! Fun fact, the author has said they were inspired by classic horror and supernatural stories. Question 27. A young hunter accepts dangerous jobs while hiding a smile that makes almost everyone around him uncomfortable. Answer: Chainsaw Man! Fun fact, the opening sequence is packed with references to famous movies which fans love spotting. Question 28. A boy with no magical talent refuses to let that stop him from reaching the very top. Answer: Black Clover. Fun fact, Asta's voice actor famously screamed so much early in the series that it became a running joke among fans. Question 29. A mysterious dungeon appears in the real world, giving ordinary humans the chance to become hunters. But one of them starts at the very bottom. Answer: Solo Leveling! Fun fact, before becoming an anime, Solo Leveling became one of the most popular web novels and webtoons in the world. Question 30. A Japanese salaryman dies unexpectedly and awakens in another world, not as a hero, but as a creature most people would consider weak. Answer: That time, I got reincarnated as a slime! Fun fact, Rimuri Tempest wasn't originally human in his new world, yet he goes on to build one of the strongest and most peaceful nations in isekai anime. So, how did you do? Let's find out. 0 to 10, you're just beginning your anime journey, and there's nothing wrong with that. 11 to 20, you're a true anime fan. You know your classics and your modern hits. 21 to 27, impressive. You're an otaku with serious knowledge. 28 to 30, legendary. There's a very good chance anime is part of your daily life. Comment your score below. I want to know who got the highest. And if you challenged a friend, tell us whether you beat them. If you enjoyed today's challenge, don't forget to like, subscribe to Echo AI Studios, and turn on notifications for even more anime quizzes, documentaries, tribute songs, and anime content.
Until next time, stay curious, stay legendary, and keep watching anime.